potentially my channel is just kind of a thought dump. I'm just gonna be yapping. I'll try to stay on a certain topic, but I like to go on side tangents because I'm a bit special. Autism, ADHD, will do that to you, so. Anyways, I have been really obsessed with Deltarune as of late. Even though, you know, nothing's happened with it in the past year almost. But I've been looking into more stuff, like, I guess, involving it. Because, like, I didn't see... Oh, shit. I didn't see anything about it. Like, Snowgrave is a weird route up until pretty recently. Even though I had known about the game since, well, Chapter 1. I played it on the Switch when it came out. Around the same time I first played Undertale, even though I'd already watched playthroughs of it before. It's a different experience watching it and playing it. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but... Oh, shit. 50 me with hunger from an arrow? Okay, whatever. I quickly realized while playing Undertale for the first time that I sucked ass at it. I was horrible. I think I just barely made it through, Undying. I mean, I beat the game on neutral and pacifist, but I wasn't even gonna attempt Sans. That sounds like a nightmare. So, oh, Jesus Christ. Go away! Come on, man. Yeah. I'll have the mod pack in this group, and it's clearly not vanilla. Yeah, okay. So I realized I sucked at Undertale. Like, really badly. And, Deltarune in turn. Because I recently played through chapters 3 and 4. Well, I didn't beat 4 because I got stuck on... I think it's just some of the regular basic enemies, but... What the fuck am I doing? Why did I go here? Okay, so I might be stupid. But, whatever, I'll just go and start my adventure anew. Do I really want to sacrifice the infinite hand, though? Okay. Yeah, it would be a lot easier to just record the gameplay and then commentary over it, but whatever. I'm sticking with this. It's more fun. Why are you so fucking fast? Oh my god! Leave me alone! What the fuck? I don't even have, like, the cursed ring that's supposed to make the game hell. It's just normal torture. Well, not normal, I don't think. Dude! Leave me alone! I don't have meat on my bones. I'm a spider! If any of you know what my character is, I mean, it's decently broken. Still. You're based. Okay, 500-ish blocks wasn't as far as I thought it would be. Okay, sorry, back on topic. Playing Deltarune and watching it, like Undertale, I guess, is two really different experiences. Because on one hand, you get to watch someone else's emotions, kind of like you're not playing it by yourself. Like, I know the Let's Play whole watching Let's Plays, like, playing with a friend thing has been said to death, but it's really true. Because, I mean, especially for someone like me. God, it sounded like I was about to cry there, sorry. I just was restraining a burp. I do have friends, believe it or not. I have friends. They're just not into the same nerd shit that I am. We're all nerds, just kind of in different flavors. Oh, fuck. It's not your pussy move, but, like, I want my shit back. Okay. We kind of have different flavors of nerdiness. So one of my friends is pretty into anime stuff. One of my friends is pretty into, like, I guess more stereotypical boy stuff like Transformers, Call of Duty. So, I don't have a lot of people to talk to about stuff like Deltarune and Undertale, because for being nerds and people who were, well, who could have grown up with it, who were in, like, the age range to have watched it when they were really young. Like, I discovered Undertale at 8. I was watching fucking Jacksepticeye, which probably wasn't very good for a child, but, meh, it turned out decent, I think. Anyways, enough looking back at the past. Well, enough looking back at my past. Let's see on the conversation. Oh, I guess not, it's not a... If you can tell I like to fumble over words, I don't like to, but my brain likes to, apparently. I fell in love with it, honestly. Watched his playthrough. Watched... God, who else did I watch? Oh, those. Oh, oh shit. Okay. Yeah, what I'm saying is I watched a bunch of playthroughs of it, and I really loved the game. Hello, little guy. You? Oh, you're a gnome or something. I'm so sorry! I'm sorry, little guy. You crazy seeds. All you do, I'm sorry. Okay. And, okay. Wow, it's taken me... How long has it taken me? It's taken me 8 minutes to get to the point of what I was saying when I first started this video. But, point is... There's a lot of people who are fans of the game, haven't played it, and that's okay. Like, I didn't beat Genocide of Undertale, I didn't beat Weird Routes, I didn't even beat Chapter 4, it was too hard for me. And I just kind of trash at first games, as you can see with this. But I really appreciate that Let's Plays exist, because it gives people a vessel to watch, to experience things that they never could have originally. And it does take away from the experience sometimes. With a game like Red Dead Redemption 2, one of my favorites of all time, it kind of... it's not as personal, I guess. A lot of that game is about your choices, and also just way too much of it for any Let's Player to do in a reasonable amount of time. Like, Markiplier had a series on it, where he didn't take it slow, but he didn't, like, speed through it at the beginning. But then he just did a, like, 10-hour live stream where he rushed through all of Chapter 5 and Chapter 6. Which I don't blame him, it's a long game, but I don't think you want to be playing it for like a year straight. Especially with the pressure of the push out content. Speaking of him, I have not seen Iron Lung. I'm proud of the guy for making a movie, but like, it doesn't sound like my cup of tea. I mean, I like psychological horror, but in the way that's like Silent Hill or A Clockwork Orange. And I don't even know if that's if Iron Lung's psychological horror. It's just kind of I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a film buff. If I watch something and I like it, then I liked it. If I watch something and I didn't, well, it's still cool that someone made that. I like being positive. It's a lot more fun than being a doomer. Which I used to be a lot, but kind of realized it didn't help you. That mentality of, if I'm always expecting to be disappointed, I can never be disappointed. Doesn't really do you much good mentally. So, if you're someone with that thought process, I was gonna say just be positive, but that's like the worst advice you can give someone. Go, like, talk about it to someone, because your brain matters. It's like the thing that keeps you alive. You should take care of it. How did I get from this to from fucking Deltarune? I told you I ramble. And, I mean, it's fun to bounce around from different topics. Like, me and a friend earlier, well, boyfriend, but we were talking about conspiracy theories and such, and then someone got to the topic of, like, okay, the point, I have bad memory. The point is, we bounce around from topics, at least I do, and I just kind of drag him along for the ride. I have no idea what most of the items in my inventory didn't do, but that's okay, I'll learn. Do I just have an ender chest, or an ender purse, I guess? That's cool. I am Pedia. Why would I need this? I also don't need a second saddle. Oh. What am I doing? I'll just throw those feathers. Also, one moment. Sorry about that. I just had to, respond to a message. And editing videos is for more dedicated people than me, because I just want to ramble and record it and throw it out into the void, and maybe someone will stumble upon and listen. Ah. Another game series I've been interested in a while, and it's come back as a fixation. It's dying down though, is Mega Man. I love that series a lot. It's so fucking cool. I know a lot of it's kind of dead in the water. I mean, they're getting a new classic era game, but the series of it I like are kind of dead. So I'm a big fan of Mega Man X, and the last game of that came out 4 years before I was born. Well, the last real game of it. I'm not counting Dive, so that's like gacha game bullshit. I don't know why they didn't turn Battle Network into a gacha game. It would have made so much more sense. Like, it's already an internet thing. There's already a bunch of different... It's just... I don't know. I don't think Capcom was thinking of anything other than, how do I make money? And the fact we just kind of don't know what happened to Axel. He's just gone. It's annoying. I think Lumine, or Lumen, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but took him and like merged with him or something, and that's where the white axle comes from, but I don't know. I don't know if it's official or like some fan and stuff. But I do like the idea. I don't know where he is in Zero series though. Fucking, maybe he's taking a vacation. He deserves it. I mean, all of them do, but like, especially X. But not in Zero, because X turns into like Robo Hitler. Robo Hitler before Grok even existed. Holy shit, was Mega Man X just ChatGPT? Or like AI in general? Well, I mean, yeah, he's AI, obviously, but like, think about it. He exists, he gets copied, and then like, the world gets worse because of it. Holy shit, that was genius. I'm joking. I mean, if you put it in the most broad of terms, it works, but like, not really. Oh, fully intact gem. Sweet. I learned my lesson. I can't really use sharpness yet. Oh, sorry. I'll just pause right there. Hello, hi. Return. Blech. Oh. Yeah. Who needs D&D anyway? Probably find a little place to settle down. This is a nice little plane. I don't know how I feel about that massive thing being an inch away from me, but it's fine. I'm trying to remember what topic I was on. Oh, right. There wasn't one. I was just rambling about Mega Man, because it's another thing that I don't really know anyone who's into it. And it kinda sucks. Man, I need to let it melt. Stealing your shit because I'm in fucking Minecraft. I remember a glitch in, I think it might have only been in Bedrock back around the Nether update. You could, I think, okay, let me demonstrate, or not demonstrate, well, okay, there we go, it's a chest. I can, yeah, so, essentially, what I remember is you could, like, fill a chest, fill this, like, okay, this is the chest block, right? Fill the chest up with blocks, then get a hopper, cook 5 stacks of, I guess, whatever gets you a bunch of XP, but don't actually collect any of it. And then every time you get some, you cook more and take it out of the furnace, just give you like a shit ton of levels, and that was pretty cool. And it kind of, it was cheese, but like part of the fun of a game is finding a unintended way to progress. I'm a bit tired, but okay. I don't think Mario 64 would be as well or still talked about as much as it is. Like, it's a good game, but I don't think it would have been talked about as much if it wasn't for speedrunning and like all of the glitches inside of the game. Excuse me. Just too much of that is, I guess, integral to the community surrounding the game. But, I mean, I don't know fucking anything about it. But what I've seen, most people who play the game or talk about it usually are talking about speedrunning or glitches or myths, like L is real and all that. Oh, is this a... Oh, okay. Starting a little colony. I think personally, well, for me, this might just be because I grew up with it, but Mario Odyssey, in my opinion, blows most of the 3D Mario games before it out of the water. Like, okay, this might get me crucified, blood eagled, and all that, but this is gonna be like my I didn't care for the Godfather moment, but I did not care much for the Galaxy games. They're alright. People glaze them an insane amount. And I get it. They're good. But Jesus, man. It's not like... I don't know. I just think people act like it's way better than it is. Maybe this might just be my bias because I don't like motion controls in games like that. Or, I don't like motion controls if I'm not pretending it's my hand, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like, Wii Sports, hell yeah. VR, hell yeah. Kinect had potential, but no. If it was good, then hell yeah, but... Yeah, I'm saying this, and I said Mario Odyssey was... Well, Mario Odyssey had the option not to use them, but the Wii was so insistent of how... Use this, or you break your kneecaps, and... Yeah, steal your firstborn. And I mean, it was the selling feature, so I get it, but, like... Come on. I definitely sound like a strange Nintendo fanboy. But I'm not like a worshiper of them. I think they make some good stuff. And just really, really bad decisions for their company. Like, making all of their new games $80. I mean, Nintendo mega fans will still go out and buy them, but it's just not accessible. What? 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 What the fuck, man? Alright, I guess I'm making new ones of these. What the hell? Is it seriously just broken? I guess it worked. I just turned them backwards. I love modding video games. It's such a... Oh, god damn it. It's a cool concept that a fan base can completely keep something alive. Like Battlefront 2. I know the servers aren't down or dead. Well, they might be dead because of how good Kyber has replaced them. But the fact that people are so dedicated to it that they fully replaced the main servers with custom modded ones is sick to me. Like, in a good way. That you can have a community so strong to basically carry the game. Weakened it burns its corpse successfully. I think Minecraft is definitely one of those games too. Because don't get me wrong, the base game is decent. Once you've played enough of it, it gets a bit stale, yes. And modding has kept this game fresh since its inception. And I think that's pretty sick. What I hate, however, is games that people insist are good need like 5 bajillion mods just to work. Like, I like Fallout, and I like the story and the aesthetics of the worlds. God, shit. But, face it, Fallout 4, New Vegas, and Fallout, well, they don't need mods to be good, but they need mods to be I found myself in a corner word-wise. I guess I just mean I don't like when mods are so heavily carrying a game's existence. Like, okay, I bought Fallout 3 a little while ago, maybe last year. And I just couldn't play it. Until I went ahead and did all the stuff to get, Tale of Two Wastelands working. It wouldn't start. Steam just said it was running and it wouldn't, so. The only way I could have played that game was through that big mod. And it took me like a day to figure out how to install. And I think I have a bit of a problem when it comes to modding, because I never get carried away. Last time I played Fallout New Vegas, I had Tale of Two Wastelands, but specifically through the guide of, I think it was The Best of Both Worlds, or TBOT, one of the two. That's the acronym I remember. I had that, Visual Overhaul mod, Salvo. I had the weapons pack that comes with Salvo, and a bunch of other ones I sprinkled on top. And I think I've spent more time modding that game than I have actually playing it. And I know it's like the stereotype for New Vegas fans, like POV New Vegas fans, when you tell them to actually play the game. Or wait, no, fuck. I saw one, it was like New Vegas fans when sorry about that. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. Okay. Excuse me, sorry, that was gross. Point is, oh wait, yeah, it was, I saw a thing, it was like, New Vegas fans when the show doesn't crash every 20 minutes. And it's, I don't know, a lot of people are kind of I don't mean to be that fucking chud, like Wojak of like, leave the $1 billion corporation alone. The fact we have a Fallout show is so cool. Any way you put it. Forget about like the inaccuracies, the things they changed. It's just such a cool thing to have in general. And I know it's like they changed it when it was already perfect. But I mean, if you have the choice between not having it and having it, I'd rather have it, because like it's a TV show like Fallout. It's just fucking sick. Like, you can't argue about that. And what the? Yeah, I watched the first season totally legally, by the way, and I really liked it. You know, because I found the characters pretty cool. Oh, I'm going in a circle. I like Maximus, even though he's kind of a bit of an oddball. He's funny. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, that was gross. I'm not editing it out. For the life of me, I don't want to edit. It just sounds like, oh. Oh yeah, I like the ghoul too. He's cool. I like the actor. He's like built for Wild West stuff. I just get confused as to how so many Fallout fans are like just the worst people you'll ever meet. Like 9 times, it's like a 50-50 shot. And you're talking to a Fallout New Vegas fan. They're gonna be queer of some sort, or autistic, or if you get unlucky, they're just a fucking racist, or edgy teenager. It's the same people who, like, glaze the Enclave in the Legion. Because people like to think, they talk about Lake Atlanteus like he's so cool and awesome. If you play as a female character, he just straight up says he would rape you. Which I don't think is very cool, personally. You know, I'm not a controversial opinion, but I'm not a big fan of rape. Just not very nice, you know? We can leave this. Hell yeah. And the Enclave is just modern day America. God, if we end up in the Fallout timeline, and Donald Trump is the leader of whatever's left. I think that would be hilariously parallel for Fallout. So we've already tried to annex Canada. And its politics are depressing. Nah, I tell you what isn't depressing. Well, only some of them are. My headcanons circle back around to the beginning of the video for Alright, I've got a lot of... Whoa, hello. Won't eat me. Okay, I have a lot of... No, not just theories. They're not like theories, but like little things I think happen. Or at least like to imagine. Sorry about the yawning. It's just, yeah. You know, people talk about Toriel a lot as like the worst mom ever. And I don't think she's a bad parent. She's just kind of not very responsible sometimes. And leaning into that, this is a depressing one to say about, but I like to, I don't like to imagine this because I don't like torturing the characters, but like, Toriel definitely gets wine drunk occasionally to deal with stress, and like, low-key yells at Chris, threatens to put them back up for adoption, and like, gets kinda, not just angry, but like, emotional, sobbing drunk, you know what I mean? And it's like really rare, not as like a defense, but I don't want to make her irredeemable. Just kind of stresses out this, because, you know, they're not going through a very particularly good time in their life. Also, fuck what anyone says, Torgor, Chester, Cannon, all of them. Like, there's another one I've seen on Tumblr I liked, who was a third Caddy sister. I think their names, they were spelled Catteigh, and they were like loser Fujoshi type. I mean, damn it, it's what I could have circle. But all three of them are canon. I don't care what anyone says. Torgor is, well, I guess all of them in a way are us as the community realizing the concept of goners on their own, which I think is fascinating. Because if you think about the characters, specifically, yes, I'll use Torgor since he's the most well-known. He's not supposed to exist in the story of Deltarune. Or, well, Undertale too, for that matter, but still. He's not supposed to exist. And it's interesting to think that, I guess it's kind of a fandom psychosis, we went too long without content, just made up new characters, but Torgor isn't supposed to exist. He doesn't exist in the normal universe of Deltarune. He doesn't exist in the main universe. He's just a fluke. If we're thinking like in the story, in the universe of Deltarune. He's an anomaly. Because everyone else, people like Sans, Toriel, they all have equivalents in every universe of Deltarune. The main universe of in Deltarune and Undertale, they all have their own equivalents. And I'm not saying, like, this extends to every character, I'm just saying, like, they exist in every universe. Okay, yeah. But Togor is someone who doesn't. He's a mistake, a cosmic mistake, in a way. And it's the same thing that the Goners are, because we don't really know too much about if they're figments of imagination, if they're just social rejects or something. But I choose to believe that they're kind of like the spirits, or the manifestations of people like Togor. Flukes who don't exist in every universe aren't supposed to exist. Like, there's a comic by, I think the artist's name is Miggs Boson on Tumblr, but they make Togor, like, they make little comics about, centered around mainly Togor and Chris and the people that would, you know, naturally be in those comics. And they have one where the Cryptid Gang, like, you know how they don't, well, I guess it's more of a fanon thing, but, Agil, Daz, Chris, Noel, and then this iteration, Chester and Togor, want to go out and look for different cryptids and monsters. And in this comic, we see Friend talk to Togor about how he's not supposed to exist. And it kind of sends him, or starts to at least. He handles it surprisingly well, at least while it's happening. But then it's revealed that, like, he just smoked fucking weed from Burger Pants. Or Pizza Pants in this timeline, sorry. That's where I kind of started thinking about the idea that VR, or the community, is knowingly or not creating characters that go through this and have to live in a universe where they're in a state of not existing and also existing at the same time, I guess is the way to put it. And it's so scary to think about. I guess you could say the thought terrifies me. But just being in a universe that you're a stranger in is just objectively scary. You can't put it any other way, that's just terrifying. Oh, Ew. Excuse me, sorry. Well, the vomit wasn't real, but me burping there wasn't. Why do I have this other mask? And I'm getting myself emotional over a fictional character who's fictional to a fictional universe. That just, like, doubly doesn't matter. But I've grown weirdly attached. I've grown more attached to Togor of all characters than I have some others. And I guess it's because I kind of relate to the fanon version of him, where he's like low-key autistic. But dude, like the fan-made characters, it does get ridiculous to a point, like fucking Baby Bones, or Dirty Brother. But creating stuff for something you're passionate about is insanely fun. Yeah, I've never been super autistic, or, well, I was gonna say autistically talented, but I've never been artistically talented to any degree. Well, I mean, I could draw, but, like, and when the hands and eyeballs can draw, oh hell, you don't really need hands, you can just use your teeth or something, or your foot if you're desperate. But, the point is, the way I still do, like, I'm part of some roleplay server, and, like, okay, when I say roleplay, don't think weird freak shit, just, like, having characters in the universe is cool, because it's kind of like you get to be there. Also a nice hint of a little escapism, which is pretty epic. I feel tempted to go down here, and I know it will probably be a terrible, god-awful idea, but screw it. So dumb, I didn't see that was a trapdoor. Do I still have this on peaceful? Oh my god, I do, I'm dumb. Where's the spawn? Dynamic. The hell's a dynamic? Oh, drowned. Apparently. I feel bad about showing this. It's quite a beautiful... whatever. Looting time. Call me Indiana Jones, because I'm gonna desecrate a sacred temple. Yikes! Gulp! Okay, so... maybe not, now that I think about it. Let's like, zoink, scoot, let's get out of here, man. Shit, I don't have to keep inventory on. forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, I've kind of run out of things to yap about. Oh, no, actually I haven't, but I'll save that for another video if I ever make one, so. Goodbye, aloha, au revoir, sayonara, how do you say it in French? Baguette croissant, bye bye.